Good evening. A young chef has been bashed by a gang armed with knuckle dusters, a pole and a champagne bottle. He was one of two targets who the violent African youths ambushed outside Donovan's restaurant on the St Kilda foreshore. He spoke exclusively to crime reporter Alexis Daish.
Daniel Matesing was just waiting for a friend when a gang of brutes picked him.
It was just constantly punching and kicking.
He recalls about 20 youths bashing him with knuckle dusters, a metal pole and one glassing him with a champagne bottle.
All I see is just a person jumping at full swing motion and then just going straight at it.
Police believe these are the thugs they're looking for over Daniel's attack and another violent robbery last night 30 minutes prior. They're strolling in packs through St Kilda about 10:30 p.m. when it was still hot and the streets busy. The 24-year-old chef was outside Donovan's restaurant on Jacka Boulevard when one asked him for a cigarette. Daniel said no and another tried to grab his wallet.
That's when all of a sudden it all escalated, and the first hit that I got was a blow to the back of the head.
These attacks are quite cowardly and vicious, unprovoked, and really an ugly event that actually occurs in normally a peaceful location.
Witnesses have told 9 News at one point a group of 7 or 8 marched into the traffic here on Jacka Boulevard, forcing cars to swerve while the thugs joined in, kicking and punching one of the victims on the road. There were still patrons inside Donovan's, so staff locked the front doors while it continued outside.
Because you've got a public open space, you've got young people congregating, youth, you've got international backpackers and really people, a lot of people in an open space. Put alcohol in there, it's a recipe for disaster.
In the gang's earlier attack, their victim was walking along Jacka Boulevard. They demanded his phone and wallet before surrounding the 23-year-old and assaulting him before stealing his mobile.
And that's what I was thinking. If it's my turn to die, then, well, I'm basically ready for it.
Daniel says those who bashed him were part of a group of up to 50 in the foreshore area and that they were of African appearance.
We have previously had enhanced alcohol restrictions, and Victoria Police post this incident will be engaging with the City of Port Phillip Council in relation to consideration of bringing those restrictions back into place.
What's it going to take? Someone to actually die behind the restaurant because they're waiting for a friend?
Alexis Daish, 9 News.
A gang of teenagers has bashed workers outside famous Donovan's restaurant in St Kilda. Live now to Jody Lee. And Jody, a number of chefs were beaten with iron bars.
That's right, Mike. This was an unprovoked attack that happened around 10:30 last night. You can see the young men and women in this CCTV footage are alleged to be the offenders in this incident. The victims were chefs and workers here at Donovan's restaurant in St Kilda who had stepped outside for a break when they were accosted by the group who demanded they hand over their phones. Now, 7 News understands one of the men was so badly bashed, parts of his skull were visible to witnesses. And it's also alleged that these youths blocked a door here behind me to stop other workers from coming out to help. Now, eventually they were able to break free and armed with a shovel and a fire extinguisher were able to rescue their injured mates. Take a listen to what police had to say about this incident.
These attacks are quite cowardly and vicious, unprovoked, and really an ugly event that actually occurs in normally a peaceful location where people frequent to enjoy themselves.
And Jody, how long did this ordeal last?
Well, Mike, this incident spanned 20 minutes, but the youths managed to run off before police arrived. Detectives have now released this CCTV footage in the hope that someone with information will come forward.
Let's hope so. Thanks, Jody. Jody Lee there in St Kilda.